Have you ever thought that slowing down at 70 is just part of getting older? Maybe you've told yourself it's normal to feel more tired or that your best years are behind you. But what if I told you that some simple habits could help you live longer and healthier than you ever imagined? Welcome to Live Long Secrets, where we uncover easy, science-backed ways to thrive at any age. Today, we're diving into a topic that might just change how you see your golden years. And trust me, this isn't about chasing youth, it's about embracing the wisdom, freedom, and joy that come with this chapter of life. Let's start with something crucial. Staying active isn't just about fitness, it's about longevity. No need for marathons or heavy lifting. What matters is consistent, gentle movement. Think of it like tending a garden. Small, regular care keeps everything thriving. A daily walk, light gardening, or even dancing in your kitchen can do wonders. These simple activities keep your joints flexible, your heart strong, and your mood lifted. Studies show that seniors who stay active, even in small ways, live longer, healthier lives. Take Margaret, my 78-year-old neighbor. She spends 20 minutes each morning watering her plants and pulling weeds. She calls it her quiet time, but little does she know, those daily squats and stretches keep her muscles strong and balance steady. She's outlived 2 siblings, and her doctor credits her active lifestyle. The best part? You don't need a gym membership. Tai Chi, swimming, or even marching in place during TV commercials, every step counts, and if you enjoy it, you'll stick with it. Another key to a longer, happier life? Staying connected. Loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But nurturing relationships doesn't require grand gestures. A quick call to an old friend, a weekly card game, or sharing stories over tea can boost your mood and even strengthen your immune system. Think of it as a daily vitamin for your soul. And here's something surprising: helping others is just as powerful as being helped. Volunteering, mentoring a grandchild, or baking cookies for a friend going through a tough time creates a sense of purpose. My Uncle Frank, at 82, started teaching woodworking at his senior center. He says it gives him a reason to get dressed in the morning, and the laughter with his students keeps his spirit young. If you've always been independent, that's wonderful. But even small acts, like chatting with a neighbor or waving to the mail carrier, can weave a safety net of connection around you. Now, let's talk about keeping your mind curious and engaged. Have you noticed how people who stay passionate about hobbies or learning seem younger than their years? There's a reason for that. Challenging your brain, through puzzles, reading, painting, or trying a new recipe, helps build cognitive reserve. It's like a savings account for your mind. The more you deposit through learning, the more you can withdraw later to protect against memory loss. You don't need to master calculus or learn 5 languages, just find joy in discovery. Maybe you've always wanted to try birdwatching, write letters to your grandchildren, or finally tackle that crossword puzzle. My friend Helen, at 75, learned how to use a tablet to video call her great-grandkids. Was it frustrating? Yes. But she stuck with it, and now she's the family's tech guru. Every time you lean into curiosity, you're not just passing time, you're investing in a sharper, more vibrant future. And don't underestimate the power of play. Ever notice how kids laugh dozens of times a day, while adults sometimes go weeks without a good belly laugh? Laughter truly is medicine. Watch a comedy, share a silly joke, or play with a pet. It lowers blood pressure, reduces stress, and, yes, can even add years to your life. Now that we've covered staying active, nurturing connections, and keeping your mind sharp, let's move on to how your diet and sleep patterns play a crucial role in longevity. But before we do, take a moment to reflect. Which of these habits are already part of your life? Maybe you're a social butterfly or someone who starts the day with a morning walk. Wherever you are, remember, it's never too late to start, and every small step counts. After all, aging isn't about losing steam, it's about redirecting that energy into what truly matters. Now that we've talked about staying active, nurturing connections, and keeping your mind sharp, let's dive into something that fuels all of those habits: what you put on your plate. You've probably heard the phrase "you are what you eat," but as we age, this becomes even more true. Food isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about giving your body the tools it needs to repair, energize, and thrive. And eating for longevity doesn't mean choking down bland salads or giving up your favorite foods. It's about balance, joy, and small changes that add up over time. Start with color, not food dye, but naturally colorful foods. Think berries, spinach, sweet potatoes, or grapes. These are packed with antioxidants that protect against inflammation and cell damage. My cousin Edna, 76, swears by her rainbow smoothie every morning: spinach, blueberries, banana, and Greek yogurt. Her energy stays steady, and her cholesterol levels impress her doctor. No need to overhaul your diet overnight. Just add a side of veggies, swap chips for almonds, or choose fruit over dessert. Over time, these habits become second nature. Hydration is another key factor. As we age, our sense of thirst dulls, making dehydration a silent problem. Fatigue, dizziness, and even confusion can sneak up when your body lacks water. Try keeping a pitcher of water nearby with slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries. My friend Lou, 81, calls this his spa water and sips throughout the day. Herbal teas and broths count, too. Just aim to drink steadily instead of waiting until you feel thirsty. Now, let's talk about sleep. There's a myth that older adults need less sleep, but in reality, we still need 7 to 8 hours. The challenge is getting it. Maybe you toss and turn or wake up too early. Sound familiar? Try creating a bedtime ritual: dim the lights an hour before bed, avoid screens, and wind down with a calming activity. My neighbor Walter, 79, swears by his wind-down hour: a cup of chamomile tea, gentle stretching, and writing down 3 good things from his day. He says it signals his brain to relax. Your sleep environment matters, too. Is your mattress supportive? Is your room cool, dark, and quiet? If streetlights peek through, try blackout curtains or a sleep mask. If noise is an issue, white noise machines or a fan can help. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, don't lie there frustrated. Get up, do something quiet like knitting or folding laundry, and return to bed when you feel sleepy again. And what about naps? A short 20-minute nap can refresh you. Just ask Rita, a 72-year-old retired teacher who swears by her cat nap after lunch. But longer naps can interfere with nighttime sleep. Keep them brief and early in the day. Now, let's talk about stress, the silent saboteur of longevity. A little stress is normal, but chronic stress accelerates aging by weakening the immune system and raising blood pressure. The goal isn't eliminating stress but managing it. One of the most powerful tools? Your breath. Try this: inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Repeat 3 times. This signals your nervous system to shift from fight or flight to rest and digest. Another stress buster? Finding moments of awe. Watching a sunset, listening to a symphony, or even marveling at a child's laughter reduces inflammation and boosts emotional well-being. And don't underestimate the power of laughter. It's like internal jogging for your organs. My Aunt Marge, 85, keeps a joy journal, writing one uplifting or funny thing each day. She says flipping through it is like taking a mini vacation from worries. Finally, let's talk about purpose. Retirement doesn't mean your contributions end, it just means they evolve. Whether it's mentoring, volunteering, gardening, or creating art, having a reason to get up in the morning is linked to a longer life. My buddy Carl started a weekly storytelling hour at his local library. Sharing tales from his days as a mechanic has given him a renewed sense of purpose and keeps his mind sharp. So, let's recap: nourishing your body with colorful foods, prioritizing restful sleep, managing stress, and cultivating purpose aren't just good ideas, they're lifelines. But remember, perfection isn't the goal. Miss a night's sleep? Indulge in a cookie? That's okay. What matters is the trend of your choices, not the occasional detour. As we move forward, we'll explore how your mindset, daily routines, and even your posture can shape your longevity. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change you've made, or want to make, that brings you joy or energy? Share it in the comments below. You might inspire someone else on their journey. And if you're enjoying this conversation, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Live Long Secrets for more tips on thriving in your golden years. Aging isn't a hurdle, it's an adventure, and we're in it together. Now that we've explored how nourishing your body, prioritizing rest, managing stress, and cultivating purpose can add vibrant years to your life, let's turn to a quieter but equally powerful force, your mindset. You've heard the saying, age is just a number, but have you ever stopped to think about what that really means? It's not about denying the passage of time, it's about embracing the possibilities that come with it. Let me share a story. My friend Clara, at 82, decided to learn pottery after her husband passed. At first, she felt silly being the newbie in a class full of younger folks. But soon, she discovered that the messiness of clay, the laughter over lopsided bowls, and the pride of creating something new gave her a fresh spark. I stopped counting the years, she told me, and started counting the adventures. That shift in perspective, seeing life as a canvas, not a countdown, can be transformative. Studies show that seniors with a positive outlook on aging live, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who dwell on limitations. So, the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm too old for this, pause. Ask instead, why not me? Speaking of adventures, let's talk about daily routines. You might think routines sound boring, but they're actually the secret sauce to staying consistent with all these longevity habits. Think of your day as a garden. Structure helps the good stuff grow. Start with something as simple as a morning ritual. Maybe it's 5 minutes of stretching when you wake up, a hearty breakfast with a side of crossword puzzles, or a quick call to your sister while sipping coffee. These small anchors create rhythm and make healthy choices automatic. Take my neighbor, Sam. At 74, he begins every day with a 10-minute walk around his backyard, rain or shine. It's not about the distance, he says. It's about telling my body, we're still in the game. Over time, these tiny habits compound. They become part of who you are, not chores, but cherished moments of self-care. Now, let's tackle something we often overlook, posture. I know, it sounds like something your mother nagged you about, but hear me out. Slouching isn't just a cosmetic issue, it can affect your breathing, digestion, and even your energy levels. When you hunch forward, your lungs have less room to expand, which means less oxygen for your brain and muscles. But improving posture doesn't mean you need to sit rigid as a board. Start by making small adjustments. Set a timer to check your alignment every hour. When you stand, imagine a string pulling gently from the top of your head toward the sky. When you sit, keep your feet flat and your knees level with your hips. And here's a fun tip, place a pillow behind your lower back while watching TV. It supports your spine and reminds you to sit tall. My yoga teacher, Evelyn, who's 68, calls this stacking your bones with kindness. Over time, these tweaks can ease aches, boost confidence, and even make you feel more energized. But let's not forget one of the most important habits of all, preventive care. It's easy to dismiss checkups or screenings as something for later, but staying proactive about your health today can save you from bigger headaches tomorrow. Schedule that annual physical. Get your eyes checked. Listen to your body when it whispers, before it screams. And don't skip vaccinations like the flu shot or shingles vaccine. They're like seatbelts for your immune system. My cousin Rita, a nurse of 40 years, puts it bluntly, you maintain your car, don't you? Your body deserves the same respect. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to revisit the heart of all we've covered. From staying active in ways that bring joy, to nurturing connections that warm your spirit, to feeding your body and mind with intention, every choice you make is a stitch in the tapestry of your longevity. Remember Margaret and her garden, Walter and his bedtime ritual, Clara and her pottery class? Their stories aren't about perfection, they're about progress. Maybe you'll never love kale, or maybe naps will always be your weakness. That's okay. What matters is leaning into what works for you. Pick 1 or 2 habits that resonate and build from there. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Before we say goodbye, I'd love to hear from you. What's one tip from this series that inspired you? Or maybe you've already found a habit that's changed your life. Share it in the comments below. Your wisdom might light the way for someone else. And if you've enjoyed our time together, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to Live Long Secrets, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We're all in this journey together, learning, growing, and redefining what it means to age with grace and gusto. So here's to you, to the mornings you greet with curiosity, the connections that fill your heart, and the quiet triumphs that add up to a life well lived. Remember, age isn't a barrier, it's a badge of honor. And with each small step, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. Thank you for being here, and until next time, keep shining.